and Matt with us.
Yeah, I believe we are live at this moment. So welcome everybody who's joined the stream. So for tonight, the topic is holiday prints and what we're doing for holiday in regard of 3D printing. And we have a few people in the panel and maybe some people joining in at a bit later stage, but we'll see. But we'll start with the introductions and I'll start with you, Kat, if you do yours.
Okay, hello. My name is Katja, aka Kat 3D on all social media. I live in Liechtenstein, a very small little country. I started with 3D printing last year in February, I think it was. I was waiting for a resin printer, so I wanted to start anyhow, and so I bought myself a Delta kit from China, which I assembled online, and yeah. So since then, I'm really hooked up with 3D printing. I've printed so many things. It's hard to say what I love most because I'm into everything a little bit. You know, at the moment I'm testing a beta unit from DAS 3D. The footage is almost finished. It's going to go up to YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, and okay, so I'm finished.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And Miles, you're up.
Hey, Miles, 3D printing Facebook group, person, internet, 3D printing stuff. I don't know what to say about. I traded a 3D print for Venezuelan money this week. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's quite funny. How do you know if it's any good, the value?
I just wanted it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but Paul, you're up.
Thanks. I'm Paul, known as 3D Printing Stuff on YouTube. I've been printing 3D printing since 2011, I think. And yeah, currently doing basically printing everything. Having 5 printers now, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm Marteinn. I'll be the host for tonight. I have a channel called 3DP Iceland, and I do a lot of filament testing and quite a lot of landscape printing like this. I print out those landscapes and then I paint them with acrylic paints. This is one of my newest one. I finished on a live stream a week ago or so. And then I do all sorts of products. This Thanos model is the latest print, and I still have to do a video on this. I plan to paint it to some degree, and that's one of the things. I also do the maker box reviews each week. I take out the maker box and do a separate video on each material. That's like a weekly show on Mondays on my channel. And that's me, 3DP Iceland. That's my channel, and you'll find our channel links in the video description and social media links. And then you can go to our channels and subscribe to our channels to give us a boost. It's always appreciated. But like the topic for tonight was holiday prints, and just wanted to ask out with the panel, have you done any printing so far, or what's the plan? I have some models I want to show you on my table, but I want to maybe start with you guys. What have you been doing?
Yeah, so I started printing some things here on the resin printer. For instance, here the star, then a ball with some nice ornaments in it, and also the star here. All models from my mini factory. I was test printing these things, and I plan to print some additional stuff because today I received the Palette 2 Pro or Plus, or whatever it's called, and I didn't crack up the box yet, so maybe I'll print something in multicolor. Who knows?
Yeah, and do you plan to put those, like the ball that you did, on the Christmas tree, or is it just sitting on a table?
No, I'm going to put it on a tree.
Yeah, cool.
I might be printing more, and to make it look a little bit more festive, I bought some glue. It's like called a glitter glue.
Okay.
And then this kind of stuff here, and you can sprinkle it on top later, and white and silver and gold, and I think it will look nice then. That will give an extra touch.
Yeah, that's cool. We have Dawn joining in a little bit, a few minutes after the introduction. So Dawn, if you would go through your introduction and tell us about your channel and links and such.
Yeah, hello everybody. Don is my name. I'm also known as the German 3D printing nerd here in YouTube. And also I want to say sorry for being a little bit late, but I had my own live stream with a Friday hangout from my family. And yeah, well, for printers, I have the Hönow D9, the 300 by 300, as you can see up in the corner here. And then right behind me is my hypercube that I'm building. That's going to have a 210 by 210 by 300 print size. It's almost finished. Just one thing missing, and that's the large X control board for it. That's going to be coming from AliExpress as soon as I get my funds up and running and can purchase it. And the main things that I print, well, that has to do with either dragons or science fiction.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for that. Have you done any holiday-related prints so far?
Well, I've been doing this for friends.
Yeah, the cookie cutters. Yeah.
Just to give you an idea, I can show you two of them. Those are cookie cutters.
Yeah.
And we have Tom and Jerry here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah. Yeah, been making these for friends. And yeah, they told me, Don, thank you so much. And as soon as the first batch of cookies are made, you'll be one of the first guys to get some.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I'm just waiting for the delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, most of the time you'll see me in my videos or in my live streams, I'm printing science fiction, like X-Wing or Battlestar Galactica, which I'm doing right now. That's a long print. Yeah. Or Stargate, or not Stargate, the Star Citizen Hornet. Then I've got another model to print that a very good friend sent to me. That's from Malik's Design, with Rocket and Groot with that large rocket on it. You know, the collage. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that soon.
Yeah, okay.
I must say a very good friend purchased the model for me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, but Miles and Paul.
I'm not going to say any names.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that person exactly knows who I'm talking about. And
yeah, I think
all I can say is, mwah. There you go. Yeah. Marteinn, you know exactly, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Paul, I see some holiday prints that you put on the table.
Yeah, this is a Christmas tree. This is actually not printed this year, but last year for some friends. And I think I printed like 40 or 50 last year, and I have a few left over. And this is a really nice model. It prints in a really short time in vase mode. So it's a really nice model to give away. It's very strong, even in vase mode. And yeah, it really gives a nice feature. There's also a version on Thingiverse where you could put a lamp in there, so that even gives a more thing. This one isn't, but yeah, that works really out nicely. And I'm doing that every year, printing a lot of Christmas-related things to friends. And
Yeah.
every year something different.
Yeah. Yeah, they look really nice. What filament is that?
I think this is one of the Color Fab's filaments, but I'm not fully sure anymore. I think one of the Color Fab transparent PLAs.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, this was a really nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, and Miles, how about you? What have you printed Christmas trees out of a big spool?
No, the big spool is a whole nother story we'll get to later. But like, I managed to like get a bunch of commissions in the last like 2 weeks. So if printing Destiny 2 guns counts as Christmassy, I've been doing tons of that. Pretty much like all of my printers are pretty much on that, and I'm trying to figure out a way to actually mount the ridiculous big spool, because now I'm running out of my last 2.3 kilogram roll. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to move to the other big roll, because I'm pretty much only printing with like 2 kilogram plus rolls now. So I just can't be bothered to change all the time, and most of the things I'm printing are being like sanded and painted anyway, so it's like it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, that's all. It's really hard to mount that thing on anything.
Yeah, I seen when you hold it up, it's massive.
I have a big head as well. Like, for those who've seen the meme, like, don't underestimate the size of this head. It's a big head.
Yeah, yeah. I have myself some prints here on the table. Last year I did a lot of those snowflakes that I put on the Christmas tree, and I printed out maybe 10 of each color, and I have maybe 3 or 4 colors. And then also last year and now this year, I did to put on the Christmas packages. And on the back you would write the name of the recipient, and then there's a tree, and in Icelandic Christmas it's Jól, a very short word, and the date. So I have printed out a bunch of those models for Christmas, and now this year I drew up this small star design. I had this Christmas tree on the packaging stuff, and you might see here behind me on the shelf I've put on the Christmas trees and the stars, and then on the wall all around the TV in the living room there's a bunch of the trees, like a forest with the stars on top, and then Christmas lights, like a bright starlight on top. Those were projects.
Do you have a Thingiverse number for that Christmas or for that starlight?
Sorry.
Do you have a Thingiverse number for that starlight?
For this one?
Yeah, that really looks nice.
Yeah, I have to publish it. I haven't put it on Thingiverse, but I will, and I'll put a link in the Twitter. Yeah, and then I made this like a top to put on the Christmas tree. And I did this last year as well, but underneath it wasn't looking very good because I didn't print it with supports. Then I made a design like a Christmas ball to put on a tree, like this one. I was experimenting with, made one with only single, like a vase mode print, and it didn't hold up and broke. But I done like two of those and handed it over to my wife and asked if she would like to have it on the Christmas tree, and she looked at it and told me it wasn't shiny enough, but this is polyalchemy filament, so it's as shiny as I can possibly get it. But she didn't like them very much. So I have to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, we can give it to the cats for Christmas. They can play around with it.
Yeah, I could.
There you go.
I only printed 2, so it's not easy really. But I told her I would complain on the internet. She wasn't liking it.
Yeah. So how many people are watching now? Because I closed the window. I only have the chat.
There are 14 people watching. I think a lot of people are still watching to Joe. He is streaming as well now.
Yeah, Joe, the 3D Maker Noob, he's streaming as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but my family's over here now.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
your family.
Mr. Butchum and who else is here? Papa Ed is here. Hello. Those two are there. I think Mike is probably watching too.
Yeah, and I think there were some people telling me, yeah, Ben was saying he would just watch the stream, not being able to join.
Yeah, Ben told me he had a lot to do. He would only be able to join the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, but with Miles, if the guns you're printing are Christmas gifts for people, then they're holiday related.
Only like one of them is a gift. The other one people paid. The other two people paid for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So people are asking you just on a commission to print them out.
Yeah, I ended up I was like, I don't know if you guys you'll be upset if you missed this, but like they gave away Destiny 2 for like 2 weeks. You could like just have Destiny 2 as a game for free. So I like started playing with people, and I was like, oh, I've seen like this. I'm not like a Destiny player, so like a bunch of people we were playing, and I was like, oh, I've seen like the model for this gun on Thingiverse before, and they're like, wait, you can 3D print this gun for me? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Have you got one finished, Miles, that you can show?
I haven't. It's gonna be finished probably like tomorrow. I do have like this 10mm pistol from Fallout. That's like the last one I did. This one was just for me though, because I was like hyped on Fallout 4.
Nice.
And I was very happy I didn't spend money on Fallout 76. Very happy about that.
Yeah, my son got that game some time ago. I haven't played it or checked it out. I don't know how it is.
It's terrible. that was a bunch of people were spending time in like 3D modeling the new weapons from the reference images, and then the game comes just completely dead on arrival.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I do not play any type of games except for Xenia Poker in Facebook. But I think I have to stop playing there. I'm almost at 900 million.
Oh my God!
If that was real money.
Yeah.
Most successful poker player of all time.
Texas Hold'em, I don't know. Every once in a while I have a little bit of luck on the 1 million, 10 million tables, you know.
Oh, Martin, I can see that you have a cat, because I think it likes to cling on your chair on the back, huh? On the fabric.
Yeah, you can see on the fabric it's all messed up. Yeah.
I don't know why people are so into the cats. Right? Everything, the internet, 3D printing people, everyone loves cats.
Yeah.
So we're a special type of people, you know, maybe.
You have the toxoplasmosis in your brain.
Yeah, it's the cat overlords. They control everything.
That's a real thing. Cats really have a parasite that goes in your brain.
Hey, Miles, keep your eye on the chat.
No, you're not. No, you're not doing that. I keep getting in trouble for this. I'm supposed to like calm down on that meme right now. I keep getting myself in trouble.
No, I mean how I do it. He just wrote, "I'm going to send Miles a table for Christmas."
Yeah.
You wouldn't be the first person to have tried.
At least, Miles, you have a gun now.
I wish somebody would send me a printer for Christmas. I don't care what it is for a printer.
You send it to him instead. I don't need any 3D printers, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. This model I did also earlier. This is gonna be sent out as a Christmas gift. So this is area where I grew up. It's a small farm in this area, and the mountain sides where you had like sheeps in. And I'm gonna send this to my mom. She's turning 83 next year. So
ooh, that's a nice age.
That's a good gift.
Yeah, it's. I
You're
hope.
gonna get all the sun points for that.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, Robbie Max here too. Yeah. Mr. Butchum, someone sent Don a Honey.
Yeah, the Huni.
That's a 3D printer, right?
Yeah, it's. I couldn't define it as a 3D printer. It's not just parts in a bag that don't fit together.
You also have a really cheap printer. Angus was talking about that a while ago. I'm not sure how it's called again.
I always love it when Angus like reviews a terrible printer. Like I really enjoyed those videos more. Like I love Angus, right? Yeah. And I can see like, but the way he expresses his suffering is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's trying not to just say it's crap.
Yeah.
He's trying to like proper like word it in such a way that it's like a proper review, but it's like I can see his. I find that the most interesting.
Yeah, and it's really strange because he said he's not going to be doing any reviews anymore. And then all of a sudden, in this last video, he had another printer to put together. Oh.
Yeah.
Keep trying to get out, and they keep pulling me back in.
Yeah,
it was
so much effort to review printers. It like takes so long. It's like no worth.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to.
You best keep trying to get me to do it. They're like, I'm like, I don't even have a channel. I don't have a channel. They're like, no, just review it and write about it in the Facebook group. I'm like, I'm not spending like 20 hours for this £200 printer. I'm not doing.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I can't understand how somebody can do a live stream, and live stream is only regulated at 8 hours, for example, and they're trying to build a printer within those 8 hours.
Well, it's possible to build a printer in 8 hours as long as it's a proper kit. And yeah,
I've watched live streams of people build Prusa MK3s in like 2 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, like Joe, the 3D Maker Noob, he was getting really fast of putting the process together.
I think when I put together my MK2, it was like 3.5 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that live, then you need a second person here at least.
I think that was live.
To keep an eye on the chat, because then, if you're building it so fast, you don't have time to look at the chat.
Yeah, well, it depends how many people are watching, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's always too many people. I like the Facebook group like passed like 75K. It should have passed like 75K like 2 weeks ago, but we accidentally like let the join requests go up to like 3,500 people. And I'm just terrified of like 100K because we can't like. There's too many people.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Robbie Mack is saying CR10 built in like 20 minutes.
That's
oh my god.
But that's not really a kit. It's kind of like we flat pack this for you.
Yeah, you put on the gantry and plug in the cables.
They could totally ship those printers assembled. The boxes would just be way bigger and more expensive.
Yeah.
So has anybody does anybody of you think that they're going to get something from his beloved ones 3D printed related? Did you have a wish from your family?
Well, from my family, I probably won't get anything really. We don't have Christmas presents at all. My birthday was just beginning of December, so I basically got everything back then already. And we just always skipped Christmas. And I hope to get an MK3, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I make my case? I decided to give myself the Palette 2 for Christmas.
Me too.
so that was like a self-ordered gift.
I might get an MK3 myself, but I really don't need it actually. That's the thing.
Go stand in the corner.
Yeah, I also got myself the palette.
Cat, go stand in the corner. Both of you.
No.
Go stand in the corner and shame yourself for a while.
No.
I got in trouble for doing that to a kid on a 3D printing class I ran.
Huh?
A couple of weeks I ran this 3D printing class, and like this one kid just kept like disturbing everyone. I was like, how can I make it so that he shuts up but I don't get in trouble? And I made him stand in the corner, and apparently that's like not allowed anymore. That's like
Not considered like a mental abuse to
Abuse, yeah.
I don't know. I was definitely gonna get in trouble if I told him to shut up. So
Yeah. Now, but to answer your question, Kat, my family is here.
Ah, okay.
I am looking at a part of my family here right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because,
So you already got one Christmas present, as you said, huh? Yeah.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I think I'll have to wait until Christmas before I start printing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as a real family, I don't have any. I am the last living person in my family.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. That means when I die, the flood is gonna come.
Yeah. Yeah, and Matt was saying in the chat that now I have to wait on opening the palette until Christmas.
Well, I'm sure you already opened it.
No, I haven't received it yet. So
Yeah. So my box is sitting downstairs, and it is huge. I don't know what they packed around it, but I don't know. I don't think that it's bigger like that. The unit shouldn't be bigger like that. But the box is like enormous. I don't know what they put in there. Air wrapped around some stuff. I don't know. It's much heavier than I thought it would be.
I remember for the Planet Plus, it was a really big box as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many rolls of filament can go in the backside of the new palette tube? Is that 5 rolls?
No, 4 rolls.
Four.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of a spool holder box that you have to.
It is crazy heavy. I don't know what they added in there.
Yeah, I think there's a spool holder included partly from metal and partly from plastic.
Ah.
And the Palette Plus itself, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some like a roller type spool holder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cat, wait until Christmas. Until Christmas.
Okay.
I could never make that kind of promise. I don't.
I hear you.
For Christmas, I'm getting myself a vacation from moderating the group.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting in too much trouble.
Yeah. Just want to say sorry, Sholm, about the Nightbot catching your all caps. I know that you have the all caps on your work PC, but I really can't control Nightbot. I think only Matt has control over it, so I can't.
All the power.
I don't have any power over it, so sorry about that. Yeah, because he wrote a message and Nightbot timed him out for 600 seconds for using all caps. So
how could Nightbot structure freedom of speech that way, man?
Yeah. So Sholm has a setup at his workstation that it's set for all caps. I don't know the reason for it, but it's not. We know about it, and it's.
Have you guys ever seen this before, though? Right, where the money is portrait.
Yeah.
I've never seen a country with portrait money notes before.
What type of a note is that?
This is Venezuelan Bolivar.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
I bought it for a meme. Well, I have a friend who lives in Venezuela, and I was like, let me trade you something for some of your banknotes. So I sent him a bunch of stuff and some 3D prints in exchange for banknotes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you collect them from different countries, or was it just?
No, I just wanted them purely for the Venezuelan memes.
Yeah, okay.
I have memes, non 3D printing related memes in mind for these. It's great. But As it showed up, and the money is literally like, it's, you know.
Yeah.
I've never seen a country with the currency that way.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Oh, I haven't.
Well, all of the money was worth 0.00008 pence.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh God.
Okay. Then I understand that you are in the UK, Miles, right?
So he sent me the maximum. He sent me the maximum amount of money he was allowed to send out of the country.
Oh God.
How much was that? £1 or something like that?
It was like 28 bolivar. It's like 2,800,000 and something. So,
God, that is ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
The currency situation.
I'm put this in my MP3 fund after I've made them.
Oh man.
Yeah. You probably could get more for those notes as a collectible item than the actual.
I tried to get them from the post office first. I tried to go to the post office and get them, and it's like we don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
It was cool because we were talking about 3D printing and stuff, and I was gonna send him I was gonna try and get Give us to ship him a printer, but then he's like, no, the government will take it. Because he got we been talking and playing games together, and we've been talking about stuff. It's cool that you can I don't know, when you're talking about 3D printing, you still find those people who have no idea about it, and you get proper you can proper make friends of them over that. It's still surprising after all this time, because to me it's just like a no duh, and to all of us watching it's still like a no duh, this thing exists, but some people still, it's like, really? You can do that? Cool.
Yeah, there is in the general public a lot of knowledge about it, how accessible it is at this time. You get a printer and get started. It's not like a $10,000 investment or something. Yeah, but we have a newcomer, Ian. Do you hear us? He's setting up. He will make note when he's ready.
And hello.
I will jump downstairs to get something to eat, something traditional. I will be back in a moment. Okay.
No problem.
Now I'm just thinking about the street food in Berlin. That was good. There he is.
Yeah, having audio fun. Yeah, it's always a hassle to get everything to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is kind of a holiday-related print, even though it's like a movie prop. I'm gonna give my stepson this for Christmas. I plan to paint the gold part. There's several colors in the model.
He's gonna go, it's that guy from Fortnite.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it came out really great. It's actually showing up on the camera more blue than it actually is. It's in a purple color fab, PLA color. The white balance of the camera is not very accurate, but I was quite happy with the print. It's like on a base with the Avengers. So it's a cool prop printed on my CR10. I don't know really how to call my CR10 anymore, because I've done so much modification to it.
I was about to say, that does not look like a CR10 print. I have CR10. I can't do that casually whenever I like.
Yeah, it has a mosquito hot end and a Bondtech extruder in a direct drive configuration.
Your upgrades are more than the whole print. So
yeah. The price for the printer is just a portion of the whole deal.
yeah. With the E3D launched, not sponsored by the way. E3D launched the heated beds, like their new high temperature heated beds, and they have like a 300 by 300 one. And I'm like, the main reason I saw to buy a CR10 as like a platform was to get like a thing that was already together and works, and that bed was really nice. But now they have like now there's a 300 by 300 bed that I know will be really good. So it kind of lowered the value of the CR10 in my eyes a little bit. That you can just easily buy from them. But yeah, I'm probably gonna gut my CR10 next year and just like put the new duet, the new lower cost duet board in it. That's the plan. I might go direct drive too. I don't know.
Yeah, I've used it to create a lot of project videos on my channel doing the upgrades, but I was really unlucky with mine. Mine was just a pile of crap when I got it. Everything was going bad in the first 2 weeks.
Oh really? You got bad?
Yeah.
The printer I'm looking at right now that's like the most interesting is surprisingly the Hönow D8.
Oh, isn't that a resin printer?
Yeah, it's a big one too. I mean, I saw the Pure Poly M300 at TCT. That was kind of ridiculous. But the Hönow one, as I remember talking to Gary about it like 7-8 months ago, he's like, this is gonna be awesome, and it's taking them longer to get it out, but it's looking like it's well worth it.
I think I've seen a few videos on it. Yeah, it's a really nice looking machine.
Yeah, Gary told me it was gonna be out like Q3, so it's been a struggle to get it where it needs to be. But Hönow's got a good track record with that. They don't rush things out too quickly.
Yeah,
for a Chinese brand, I like that about.
Yeah,
I don't like Gary. It's like, I'm a real person, not just a faceless corporation. You're taking an actual cool dude.
Yeah, Ian, I see you're muted. The mic is muted, but I heard you a little bit earlier.
Did you hear me coughing?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so welcome.
But the mic's working then. Good.
Yeah, but your video is...
You guys, obviously, if you have to listen to my cough. But...
Yeah, the video is flickering in and out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I am in the middle of what appears to be a storm, but yeah,
it's strange. Yeah, but if you want to do your introductions, then you're welcome to.
Sure. So I'm in irblinx on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Thingiverse. I am Old Master. I design things, print things, talk about things, and tweet a lot. And that's pretty much me.
Yeah, and have you done any holiday-related prints so far?
Yes. So I'm usually terrible when it comes to kind of any of the seasonal stuff. I always think at the last minute about designing something, and I'm always too late to get the stuff out. But at least this year, I actually designed something and printed it last year, so I could show that, which is my little Mr. Snow happy model snowman, and it's multi-part, multicolor, and then glued together. Because I haven't got multiple material extruders, so there's that one, and then there's a bit of a story about its bigger brother. So that's just a 200% scale one. I do have on my model page, I have the 200% scale version with the tolerances fixed, hopefully. But this one, I actually had a problem with my my original Prusa Mark IIs last Christmas, and this was for my mother-in-law, and she'd seen the one that I printed for ourselves and said, "Can you print me one?" So sure enough, I went to print it, and it got about that far on the body and stopped. Then it got about that far on the body and then stopped. And this kind of went on, and it just got lower and lower, and it turned out to be a problem. I think Tom's mentioned it on here before. I'd actually checked the wrong thing in Simplify 3D when I was changing some settings. So I finished up with a ridiculous retraction, way over the kind of the safe, sensible 1.2 that you would expect on a Prusa. and that's what the problem was. And it literally went on for about 3 or 4 weeks trying to figure out what was wrong. So obviously by that time, Christmas is over. So I've actually finally now gone and finished the print so I can give it to my mother-in-law. So I need to glue that together. And then the other thing that I was doing, and it's all in pieces, so it's really difficult to show this, but if I show the top bit, then it'll probably make a little bit of sense. So we have gone for the elf on a shelf fun and games with our kids. So I was tasked by my good lady wife to come up with an elf door, and being that the official elf on a shelf is about 12 inches, 15 inches high, it had to be a big one. So that is coming out. There's a little hinge thing that goes on it. This, incidentally, the wood is actually Polymaker polywood, so not really wood at all, but it does give that wood effect, even though it's just air bubbles that's in there. I'll show you the bottom of the door. There's a door handle in that one, and again, the idea of this is that all of the little bits, you can see the pieces here. That's how it goes together, and it'll just glue together. And then there's the wall piece. As you can see, I am late again because I've only got 1 wall piece out of 4 printed, but the wall goes up around the arch. And this was just done with the color print swap on the Prusa. So it's Filamentum Traffic White at the bottom, and then it swaps to Pearl Ruby Red for the actual brick texture. So that's pretty much what I've done so far. I have got some eSun filament in. There's an activity going on with eSun at the moment where people are doing Christmas prints. So I've got someone I tweeted about yesterday. I think I've got red, white, and black PLA Plus from them, and I've got a couple of ideas of things that I'm going to be printing. But again, I've missed the season where you can post stuff up and other people print your models, but at least I get to print stuff.
Yeah, I also got a package from them. I'm also attending, so I think all these Christmas things, Reddit things, I'm gonna print with those materials that they sent me. Sure.
Did you get any fun ones, or did you?
I didn't open up the package yet. I have to do that tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
I requested specifically red, white, and black PLA Plus, just because I've got an idea of what I want to print, and they said they want you to tweet and post about your story.
Yeah.
But I think they were meaning just tell us what you've printed, whereas I've actually got a little bit of a story behind what I've done. It's kind of harking back to my childhood, which surprisingly I've got red in there because it was all just black and white when I was a kid, as we established last week. So it certainly seems like a fun thing that eSun are doing, to be fair, and there's quite a few people involved.
Yeah.
Kids really don't know that before 1990, the entire world was in black and white.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a true fact, Miles.
I'm actually born before 1990.
Oh, dear.
So maybe you guys wonder what I'm eating. This is a typical thing. I don't know, maybe Marteinn, you also have something like that in Iceland. It's a special Christmas cake, and there's a marzipan in the middle. Yeah, Don, who knows that, is Stollen. It's called Stollen, and it's a traditional cake. It has resins inside and some other stuff. And I'm drinking a hot, spicy red wine. Do you have that in Iceland too?
Yeah, we have that. I don't know. Remember, they put red wine and some
herbs.
Yeah, in it and put it on a stove and cook a little bit. And that's a tradition here as well.
Yeah, it is so nice. It's so nice. I love it.
Yeah,
they call it mulled wine in the UK.
Glühwein, they call it here.
Right, probably means the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, jólaglögg is the Icelandic word.
Ah, I have heard that. I have heard that.
Yeah, but we can buy those cakes in the store, but I haven't. I think I once tried it out. I'm not so much for cakes, so.
Me either, but you know, I love that traditional stuff that you can only, or you should only eat at a specific time of the year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, those, for instance, those cookie cutters, when you make the cookies, and then you only eat these kind of cookies before or around Christmas. And also this cake is the same, you know. So I love that stuff really much.
But Michael Castle just mentioned fruitcake. Michael, send me one. Fruitcake. Oh man. If you don't know what good is, you got to try a fruitcake.
Germans take Christmas very serious.
Those are delicious.
If you haven't been in Germany for Christmas, I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, you know, all those Christmas markets and stuff, you know, where they have lots of booths.
Forget that. Go to America.
What? Do they have something like that there? No, nothing.
Glue wine. I don't care about the glue wine. I don't care about the stolen. But go over to America where the fruitcake is.
Okay.
Thanksgiving where the pumpkin pie is. And turkey with a correct filling in it. Oh, cranberries and oh, geez. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Oh man. I guarantee you, if I went over to America for 6 weeks and I was there from Thanksgiving over till the 1st of January, and if I went over there with 73 kilos, I would come back with 90.
Oh my God.
100%.
I would come back with 90. I can guarantee you that.
I don't know, right? Seeing as it's like Christmas time and everything, and like the year is kind of slowly wrapping up, and my mortality is dawning on me, and as time continues to pass, I don't know, man. Like at this time last year, it was a lot easier to think about what would be going on in 3D printing this year. But next year, like, what do you guys think is going to be the thing? Because I have no idea this time. I've been trying to think about writing an article about it, like a prediction article, so I could be like, haha, I was right. But I don't know what I would be right about this time.
I think it's going to be about resin printers.
I don't think so.
That was this year, though. I think resin printers will become like more prolific.
I think it's going to be more for the broad public because the prices dropped so much. I think it's going to be people really want resin printers at the moment.
Yeah. I think not many people at home still too messy to have around. And unless that's solved, I think not a lot of people are going to get one.
Yeah, you know, but what I have seen now, there are resins coming up that are water washable, so you don't need isopropanol anymore. And you know, what I really think is that the resin itself is not that stinky. What is really stinky is the isopropanol that you need to wash that stuff at the moment. But the water washables will make that much easier and to handle.
I can only confirm what Kat is saying.
Yeah, for me, because my setup here is just a corner in the living room, and I wouldn't be able to have a resin printer with fumes and the propanol on the cleaning stations and all that. Just because I'm in the living room and I also have a cat, and I'm not sure how the fumes would go with the cat.
That's okay. No, if they don't like something, they just escape.
Yeah.
And the cat was around when I was working on it, and he didn't get disturbed by it.
And I think Marteinn, when you get a resin printer and you only use the water-based resins.
Not water-based, it's water washable.
Water washable, yeah.
Yeah, that could be more.
That would be
more
okay.
easy. Yeah.
I just think the whole process is messier. I think,
it's messy. It's messy. Yeah. But you can get a kind of routine, and I will try to make some additional videos about post processing, what you have to take care about, and I will try to get my hands on one of those water washables, and I will talk about it.
Sure. I mean, I absolutely take Paul's point, though. I think for the average home user who was getting into 3D printing for the first time, I think that would put them off. But I think you're right, Kat. I think anybody that has wanted to get into the actual cost of entry is coming down and down, and you're only going to see improvements in that, I think, with Prusa and entering that kind of space, because obviously they're going to popularize it more.
Yeah, the amount of detail you get is just absolutely crazy. And I started hollowing them out, so you don't even need that much resin anymore, because of course the resin is expensive. But Mesh Mixer does the magic,
Spark Maker.
Yeah, I was just testing. I think, Ian, you have a little bit of echoing. I was trying to mute you just to test it out.
Anyone can send me resin printers. I'll trade you in memes.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I'm a dental technician. I'm very much into detail, which is sometimes not easy, because when I want to print something and it's not. Yeah.
No, I was just looking through all of my notes, and I think it was Spark Maker.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would have to get my hands on it to see if it is okay. But I just discussed with Marteinn before we started here.
Yeah. You
cannot imagine how hard it is to get printers or anything for review as a female maker. No, they don't seem to believe in you. It's the Chinese guys. They don't seem to have a trust in you that you can talk about technical stuff. I have written so many mails begging, could you please give me some material, a loaner unit or something. I want to make a review about it, And this one here I got from Stefan CNC Kitchen. Otherwise, I couldn't test it. I'm so thankful that he gave it to me,
Sorry, Ian. I was trying to adjust the volume of your mic, but I think I always put you on mute. So I stopped fiddling around. So try to unmute again.
You killed him.
No, we cannot hear him.
Yeah, we cannot hear you. Sorry.
I think that's.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Solve that. I don't know how we would solve that problem, Kat, because you can't.
It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I was really at a point where I really thought about giving up, because if nobody wants to, because I have up to now I bought really everything almost. And Sigurdsson recently was so kind to send me at least a bottle of castable resin, which I'm going to talk about now, and I'm going to try to cast some jewelry, because I have a small foundry now downstairs. And but
I don't think it's just. Yeah, I have the same problem really. All my printers except one I bought myself, and same with filament and stuff. I think I got in total 3 other filaments given away by a company, and that's it.
Yeah, filament I got, when I was at a Sweden meetup.
Yeah, I got a few rolls there. And,
yeah, me too.
And that's it basically. And
this one dude, who makes these like really awesome simplified 3D profiles. He gave me like this ridiculous spool one time, and it got me really weird looks on the train all the way home.
Tom the Christmas elf.
I think he's in the chat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is.
The Christmas elf. Oh my God.
But
now you're
He's a
working.
big Christmas elf, to be fair.
I don't know what you would do to combat that prejudice, honestly, because like I would say in the community, in the 3D print community, is very male dominated. You do have the women 3D printing group, but they're sort of trying to deal with those kind of problems like you were talking about. But whenever I tell someone, like, that's why we don't tell people not to be like culturally insensitive in the Facebook group, because you feel like you're putting your culture onto them and it just starts conflicts. So, you know, because my first instinct is like, just tell them to stop doing that, and it's silly. But then that doesn't get through. It's difficult to like think of what can be done about that, because it makes a lot of sense in like a monetary way, and surely they can just watch your old videos and see that you do know what you're talking about. That's what I don't understand about.
You know, I already have a resin printer, and like on the where I talk about my first prints, that video has 20,000 views. That's a lot for me, and I always tell them, please go to my YouTube channel, take a look at those videos. But
I would say try and just shove that video in their face.
Yeah.
Like, try and be a bit more. This is the thing. This, make it like. That's like.
But is it?
It's their kind of loss. Like any brand that's just gonna do that, it's kind of their loss in the end more than yours, because the value proposition is way weighted to their side than your side.
Is it particularly mainly to Chinese? Did you say, Kat? Chinese companies?
No, yeah, you know, because I cannot, you know, if I write a mail to a European company where the printers or the machines or the stuff is even more expensive, I forget about it. You know, so I'm rather going for the pricely cheaper things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Strange.
You tried Gary. Try Gary. Gary's cool. I bet Gary won't do you like that. All right, I'm putting my faith in you now, Gary.
Putting him on the spot, you mean?
No, it's not on the spot, because he gets it. He really gets it.
I think it's also about having connections and things like that. If people know you for a while, then it's probably easier to get stuff.
You know, I went to East Coast Rap Festival. I went to the the meetup in Sweden. I went to the New York Maker Fair last year. I'm going to Murph next year. So I hope that will boost one day. Of course, I have to be more productive making videos, but
How many subscribers do you have now, Kat?
670 or something.
Hey, everybody.
20,000 views on a YouTube video and you have 600 subscribers.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You know, that's ridiculous.
All the marketing managers, did your heads just light up? Hello.
maybe I have to undress or something, you know?
You can see there's enough.
That is not me.
Don't walk around like
enough.
Naomi. Do not walk around like her.
No.
That's not needed, Kat.
It's more how they treat the other people in the community, and I think Kat's got it right. I'll say that. But yeah, I would definitely say it seems to be about mainly about contacts, about getting in just at the right time with the right people, I think. But also an awful lot of it is just pure luck. You know, timing. If you just happen to time it right. Now, I've been massively fortunate. I've been given a lot of free filament. All the printers I've bought myself, but the filament I've had an awful lot of free filament, and really can't complain about that. But you know, getting yourself out there, actually getting your content out there, you can't really do much more. As Miles says, 20,000 views with 670 subscribers. There's an awful lot of channels that, you know, could quote, "Oh, I've got 5,000 subscribers." Look at the views on some of those channels. They're you know, typically about the 100 mark. So, you know, that's what it's all about. It's about eyes on the actual videos, not about the number of subscribers that don't bother watching.
Excuse me that I took over this channel here, but I wanted to get rid of this for such a long time because I'm so frustrated. And this is one of the reasons why I haven't been putting out any video since like 6 weeks now. I don't know how long it is until you know, the last one with the bag. And yeah.
Yeah, Paul, I posted the model link.
I just saw it.
Yeah, okay. Since you asked for it, it's just a simple model in Fusion. It looks very nice.
That is one thing for 2019 I need to do. I need to actually learn Fusion in 2019.
Yeah, me too.
I
I cannot work with that. It's at the moment I'm still using only Tinkercad.
Yeah, I would recommend for both of you just watch Cat for Newbies videos from Angus Megamuse, and he starts with a very simple things and builds up more complex things. And if you watch those video series and start to build simple things, it's really easy to follow. So you could get started by those video series.
I would do that. I'm picking up my new Adderall prescription tomorrow, so we're gonna get some stuff done because I can't focus enough to get it done.
Me too. I have a focusing problem. You know, this is one of my problems, that I cannot concentrate for a very long time on something, and I want to do that for such a long time now. And yeah, so that was one thing that I want to promise to myself that I want to establish next year. Does somebody have something for next year that you want to say, or?
What was that?
Normally we ask these questions around Sylvester, you know, but let's do it now already.
Yeah, your audio was chopping up, so we didn't hear actually what you said.
You know, normally we ask the question during Sylvester, what do you want to change in the new year, or what do you want to pick up, or a new hobby, or change in your life? So what is one of the things that you want to start in the next year, maybe 3D printing related or other stuff too?
Yeah, for me, it's definitely learning how to use multi-material or multi-color print with a palette 2 that I'm getting. So that's a thing I haven't learned I haven't thought about multi-material printing at this point, but I have to learn it and do some cool things with it.
Really easy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have to figure out. I have to get Fusion done. I have to get the podcast properly started. Mentally be ready for that.
Yes, you do.
And I need to figure out what we're gonna do with this 3D printing group when it hits 100K. I'm so afraid. It's just taking so long now, and it's like people say I should just get 10 new moderators, but then I have to moderate all those people.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll become like a company structure with moderators of the moderators.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be like that.
The CEO of the Facebook group, Miles.
No, I'm not even in charge. I'm the one that's getting
Mr. Corporate.
Kat, if I was to answer your question, you would probably say, Don, you're crazy. Next year, I am going to start my next Hypercube project, and that's going to be a 300 by 600 by 500.
Don, you're crazy.
Yeah, really crazy.
What mad scientist things are you going to do with that? Because when people say they're going to build a ridiculous printer, I'm like, what are you up to?
Well, and then let me just say, if I get that finished in time for the summer, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be enough conventions going around, you know, having to do with gameplay and everything. And I have a lot of STL files, not only for rifles and swords. I also have STL files for helmets, for for full body prints, you know, from different gameplays. But you need a bigger printer to print those stuff out.
Those cosplayers will pay the big money. I have learned this in the last couple of weeks.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, if you get a good channel for selling those, you could get some extra cash.
Yeah.
I feel like if you had a video that blew up about it, you wouldn't be able to deal with the volume. Because I've had people do that where they've done a good model, like Hero Creations does like the best Fallout 3D printing cosplay, and I remember for like a while he printed it for other people, and then he's like, 2,000 people want this thing.
Oh my god, that's more than a full-time job.
If you haven't seen him for 3D printing cosplay, he also has tons of models for free on his website, Hero Creations.
Yeah,
Hero Creations. I have to look that up.
Yeah, but therefore, like if you want to go cosplay, and even the ones he has that are paid, they're very reasonable prices. I've been meaning to write something about this, like how much is a 3D model worth, like how much is an STL worth, really. Like I know I spent like a long time to model them, but like I would never pay. Like when you go onto some websites that sell STLs and it gets into like video game amounts of money, it's like nope. You know. But he's like all of the models that he has tons of models for free, and the models that he has for sale are all like reasonable prices. So it's a good one to check out if you're into 3D printing cosplay.
So what is his website?
Hero Creations, Hero HIRO.
Creations.com.
Yeah, this is awesome. Like he 3D printed full-sized T60 power armor from Fallout 4 because he's an absolute crazy person.
Yeah, that's the best way to say it, Miles. Absolute crazy, but cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, crazy isn't always a bad thing.
No.
Crazy is good.
Who said that it's ever a bad thing?
Definitely. You should take London Underground more.
Well, never. It's crazy. Okay. I like that.
That's crazy when in the surf hours.
There's too many people down there.
Yeah, I noticed it just a while ago.
Oh my goodness!
I'd say for next year, I want to do more videos on my channel. I've really let that be a bit lax in the last few weeks. Real life got in the way a little bit, but again, get there. But I've got years of videos that I want to do. Before, because I am properly nerdy, but I have got a spreadsheet that has got upwards of 100 different model ideas that are in various states of completeness. So my task is to really batter through them. I did set myself a goal this year of getting to 100 published designs on Thingiverse. I'm not going to do it just because I've slowed down and kind of shifted my focus. I've got one of those butterfly brains and I'm off somewhere else. But I'd really want to get that. I'm probably, like the guy said, I probably want to get a bit more proficient in Fusion. I use Fusion. I guess I'm okay at it. But I will always go to 123D first. And I'm finding more and more issues. I'm much quicker using 123D, but I'm starting to find more and more issues with the exported STLs. So my workflow tends now to be export it. Oh, it's not very good, right? Import the whole thing, the whole project into Fusion and export it from there. So I'm really adding stuff to my workflow that shouldn't be there. So yeah, I probably want to do the same. Get more in depth on Fusion.
Yeah, it's good to have if you have like a practical application or a model that you have to get to work to have a project like that and start to build up a prototype, and that's the way
I use it all the time. I use it all the time if I put a thread on anything, a screw thread on anything, which I do on a surprisingly large number of my models, even though the little toys and stuff like that. But if I'm going to put a thread on anything, then I export as an SAT or a step file, import that into Fusion, which it turns out I don't need to. I could just upload the 123D model anyway. And then just use the screw thread function in Fusion, which is a case of going click on that and it does it. So it just tends to make life a lot easier. So I do use it an awful lot anyway, but I'm not as quick because I'm so quick in 123D. It always feels as if I'm wasting my time going and learning Fusion when I could have already finished the job that I was trying to do. So it really needed something to force me to stop using 123D. And this issue that I'm starting to see with strange STL files is probably the thing that's going to push me over the edge. It does crash quite a lot as well. It's not very happy with large file sizes. So that's probably going to push me over the edge and make me spend the time.
Yeah, does it like the STL file have flip normals, or what is a problem with the files?
Yeah, it just seems to be. I mean, I have one this week. In fact, it was, funnily enough, it was the arms on this model, which I've printed with no issue whatsoever from Simplify 3D. And somebody had contacted me on my Thingiverse page to say that they were trying to slice it in Slick 3R, and when they tried to load it in, it was coming up with an error. So I had Slick 3R installed on my laptop, but I'd not really used it recently. So I tried it and it worked perfectly. So that's a bit strange. Contacted the guy and he said, no, it's the latest version. So install the latest version, and sure enough, straight error.
Okay.
No matter what I do, I get an error. Load the same thing into Fusion, export the STL, no problem. Yeah. So, it's just that little push that I needed.
Yeah, it's difficult to troubleshoot a file like a STL file,
especially when the application is not supported anymore, and you're not really supposed to be using it according to Autodesk. But
yeah, they stopped giving it. You can't download it.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got it on a USB stick just in case I ever need to install it on a different computer, just in case.
Yeah.
This seems like a good place to ask this, right? Would making 3D printing group merch be a terrible idea?
For the 3D printing group?
Yeah.
Not like you could do it through some online like Spreadshirt or so on. It's really not much of a effort to get it started.
True. I'm more thinking it's like the amount of time it's taking is just doing this, and the growth is not slowing down. It's like by this growth metric, which the rate of growth has been increasing, so it's probably is not. But by like Q2, we're gonna be at like 100K.
Yeah.
And like this week we had to give up on like the approving people, because before we used to like check, okay, is this account fake? Did you answer all the questions? And then like approve and like approve.
Yeah.
It takes hours.
Yeah, for manual approval. Yeah.
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 I just don't want to do like, because if I say, okay, you and like a bunch of people can't be mods now, like I don't have anything to like give you in terms of like, I'm just gonna take your time and you're just gonna get a bunch of abuse.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what to do about it, and we all have we're it's not a massive problem yet, but I'm like worried about it because we're all getting stressed.
Yeah, it's difficult because it's not like a paid service. It's a free service you're offering, and it's difficult to handle. I really don't know how to.
I don't know what to. I'm just gonna leave that out in the ether. If anyone has ideas, hit me up.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do something, it needs to be done it needs to be done properly so it doesn't just break everything.
Yeah. Yeah, you could make a kick out every 1/3 of the people and see how many join back.
I just do a Thanos snap.
Yeah.
I'll just ban half the people. I would do that just for the meme. I would get banned myself for sure. That would be beautiful. He gets to 100,000 people and does this.
We just need another craze like fidget spinners, and Miles will ban all them people anyway. Personally.
Oh, I'm just a TiVo printer.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone doxed me over that. I just need to, every time that comes up, someone actually doxed me over fidget spinners.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is
the poor guy's probably sat on like 20,000 of the bearings with no way to sell them.
Yeah, he was going to plan to use your platform for a whole retail adventure.
I got through the whole American election, moderating the whole time, never got doxed. Fidget spinner.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to find a new craze, like the fidget spinner craze.
Someone sold, someone sold my, I don't know which company it was, but like one of the companies I bought from sold my address to other companies.
Hey,
that was funny.
Miles, I think there's a good remark in the chat from Bill at Print Treaty. He is saying, well, if people care about the community, they can be motivated to help and act to support their community when given the opportunity. I think that's something you are doing, but I think it's also the community that's not really being helpful in all cases.
I mean, they are really helpful, and lots of people before I never used to rely on the report feature of Facebook. Now I have to, because I just physically can't read it. And there's like 25 posts right now that I have no idea what was going on. When like this time last year, I knew what was going on like everywhere in the entire group at almost all times. Now it's just like can't be done. So I don't know. We're gonna need to bring on more people to do the moderating. But I feel that's going to be an issue if we don't compensate people for their time eventually. I feel like that's because I've been trying to avoid that. And we've kind of been like kicking the can down the road because it's not really what we want to do. And it's not the really reason why we do it. Otherwise, we would have just done it years ago. But it's like, it's getting to the point. I'm just worried about it just breaking. And just people being very angry. Because I have real feelings, despite how I act on the internet.
I think people will get angry what you do or what you don't do.
Yeah, they get angry regardless, but I don't want like a lot of people to be angry. And like, you can tell when people are angry because they're just mean, and you can tell when people are angry because you've upset them in like a way, and you should, even if you don't agree with why they're upset is like their feeling is real. And their feeling is, so you have to try and balance the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I have a problem catching on exactly. What is the main problem, Miles?
There's just too many people, and it takes way too much time to run the group on a daily basis.
In Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a full-time job, huh?
Well, like the first time that we had like the join requests got up to 3,000 people.
I'm retired. If you need help on Facebook, just let me know.
Yeah, but it's gonna just take up a bunch of your time, and people are just gonna be mean. and you're gonna have to see a bunch of mean people and mean stuff.
If you want to contact me from mornings till nighttime in Facebook.
Yeah, I've got. I'll hit you up if it's. I'll put your name forward onto the short list of people. So we have like a short list of people who have like expressed some kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, people get very jaded very quickly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have my own Facebook group. Yeah. And I'm also moderating in another Facebook group. But hey, that's no problem for me. In my own group, I don't have that much to do. And in the other group, other moderators are faster than me sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes it'll be good because you're in Germany, right?
Yes.
Perfect time zone. We need the middle. Everyone's either in Australia or in America. It's like that middle time zone needs a bit of love. Then I won't feel like I'm dying all the time.
Well, most of the time I'm awake around 10 o'clock in the morning, but that's only because I go to bed at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I'm one of those. I don't know. That's just it won't be a serious problem, I think, until Q2. So I'm just gonna keep mentioning it whenever I'm in groups of people, and then hopefully the ideas will fly around for the next few months, and we'll figure out something to do that keeps the community the way it is.
It's an awful lot of people, and I don't think there's much you can do to get by that. You just need more help. I think it's as simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah. I got to
really clever bots.
No. Oh gosh, the Facebook bot is bad enough. The Facebook bot flags things all the time. It's like, this is sexual content, and it's like some dude doing this on like an STL.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I noticed Facebook was making a new statement on the rules. They put in all kind of things that you can't show and talk about, and it's getting very restrictive.
Yeah, but Facebook has naturally the government climbing on the backs, you know.
Yeah.
I really don't want to just be like, the 3D printing group brought to you by insert company here. Did you know that this company has great things?
Sounds perfect. You should do that.
Yeah.
People offer me like $2,000 for the banner all the time. All the time. They're like, just give me the banner for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, $2,000. I know. We've never wanted to do
it though. If it's as a group, and you're talking about maybe needing to compensate your moderators. Well, maybe there's something that you can do. Maybe it doesn't need to be cash. Maybe it's something that a company can, if for instance, say it was kind of your Magigoo type of company that said, oh, we want the banner for a week. Then all right, I've got 50 moderators. Can I have 50 bottles of Magigoo? Something along those lines,
I like this.
Just I do get your point that a lot of people do a lot of things for free, and they do they give up of the time, but it's a massive group and it's a big undertaking. So it's only getting bigger as well. So I think
if it doesn't work, we can just do the Thanos snap for the meme.
Absolutely. Or ban everybody. Just ban everybody.
Why don't they split it up to US and in Europe or something to make it smaller? Just the way we're doing it now here with a live stream.
Because that wouldn't stop people from joining.
Oh God.
If I just banned everyone from the US, that would be like 30.
No, but I think maybe then they will be more active in their local area, which makes it easier for the local moderators to catch on.
I don't think that will work. People will still join the group they see, and if they see from some place this is useful to get a question, they just join it.
Joining is okay, but to be when they really write something, I think then more they will rather write in their group.
Yeah.
We have a 85% active. Like Facebook says that 85% of people in the entire group check it at least once a month.
Oh yeah, I'm about in there once a month, but I'm mostly just looking around, not really writing anything.
Yeah, the lurking is real, but 85%. I never thought it would be that high. I expected like half our members to be seriously active.
That is extremely high.
And I only blocked 26 people in the last 3 months.
I feel sorry I've not been blocked.
Martin, going back to Christmas prints.
Yeah.
Look what I have here.
Yeah.
Wow!
Print that one.
Yeah, it's very thin. It's in 100% scale. It's only 2 layers thick.
Yeah.
So
if that's not 3D printed, guys.
There you go.
He sent a file across the world and he made a thing.
Yeah. We don't. It's like teleportation.
Yeah.
I pick up my mic and just drop that. That is nuts.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, we should just show that to someone in like 1920 and they just.
Yeah, that's.
To start, like, it seems very ordinary to us, but what he just did, like, on a technological level, is like I still get really hooked up on that.
Yeah, I'm going to use this in January. I'm going to Denmark on a IT related convention or like a meetup, and I have a session there, and I was asked by the orchestrators to do a session on 3D printing, and I'm definitely going to use a story like this, how we can transport things, physical things are transported over the internet.
I really like Ultimaker's videos that they've been putting out the last couple months with the car companies. Like they had VW, now they have like Ford using Ultimakers to make cars, like for the jigs and fittings and stuff.
Yeah,
like
they do seem to have cornered the market. Ultimaker. I don't know whether they got into automotive shows or something like that, but they do seem to be in pretty much every automaker that there is at the moment.
It's because they're the big company that isn't 3D systems, that their printers are actually good.
Oh. And I guess the price point is that it's at that point, because I've got the same with my company. I've been trying to, obviously I've got a few printers that I bought for the well, not with my money, but with the company's money. You know, we do all sorts of stuff for different departments across the business, but to actually get the business to kind of go out and go, yeah, they're all desperate, and they even send stuff out to bureaus all the time. And they're desperate to get into printing, but it's just a scary thought. The sort of money that you pay for the big ones, and I just keep trying to persuade them to just lower the sights a little bit, get the toe in the water, you know, get something that's a little bit more, you know, prosumer, and do that. I mean, I've 2 Prussias there that absolutely blow their minds when we print stuff for them. So, you know, we print stuff across the business, and they literally, when they get it, they're like, I thought it'd be a lot worse. I don't understand how it looks so smooth, and, you know, how it's so good dimensionally, and they just don't understand, you know, what the technology is capable of, and that's all FDM. So it's getting taken a lot more seriously, and that's really good for the growth of the industry. And Ultimaker's all right. I like Ultimaker.
Yeah, I think Ultimaker is also offering like support and services along, you buy an Ultimaker with a support.
That's the big thing, isn't it?
I think if you are buying an Ultimaker, it's because you are buying the support, not because the printer is that great itself. It's an okay machine, but you are getting the support for it, and that helps, especially in a business, to keep it running.
Service wrap, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's the main.
It managed to become like a massive company that didn't get evil. There's still time for Ultimaker to become evil.
They are tiny bits getting there. They did patent some stuff and things like that. They are not that open source anymore as they were before, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, they still give the Cura slicer for free for people.
Yeah. Cura is their biggest contribution to the community that shouldn't be.
They actually rewrote it with, I think, Cura 3 completely, because they wanted to have it licensed under a complete different license. So everything within Cura was rewritten, I think, in 3.0.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Michael Castle is saying service contracts are pretty common in business and universities. Yeah, and that makes sense because the businesses just want to see the end product of the printer. They don't want to spend the day of maintaining a printer that has gone bananas.
The reason I have the Ultimaker is because I want to have it working when I need it for some client prints. And I use my other printers for other stuff, but for client prints, I need that machine to have work.
And the companies we're talking about, the key thing with these is that 3D printing's not a core to them. It's just something they use. It's another tool. So they literally want it to be as usable as any other tool that they've got. And, the vast majority of the time, 3D printing probably isn't. Things go wrong. Something lifts off the bed. You get a clog, So being able to lift the phone and somebody who actually knows what they're doing to come out and fix that for them, there's it's very easy to see where the value is in that. And even ourselves, I mean, the 3D printing is just something that we do. We give it as a service to the business. I'm in IT, and we use it within IT. But it was mainly, it's really used throughout the business by all of the areas, but none of them would have a clue what to do. So they kind of use us a little bit like that service, but at the same for the same thing. I walked in today having had a week off and found that the Mark IIIs sat there with a big glob of PLA around the head. So I had to strip that down and swap the hot end out. And that my time's valuable to the company, and not for 3D printing. So that's the key to it, is that you would just be able to lift the phone, somebody come out and fix it for you, and that really is the service wrap, and where as Paul rightly pointed out, and that is where Ultimaker win the big contracts.
Yeah. And you said you work in IT, and what 3D printing related stuff have you done for?
All sorts. I mean, it's mainly, I guess, enclosures for little electronics projects, little things like Raspberry Pis. Also, we've got all sorts of different enclosures for Raspberry Pis, depending on where we're deploying and what we're doing with them. Brackets, cable management. Literally kind of anything you can think of. And the main thing for me was that I've got a team there that have been doing IT the same way for 10, 20 years, some of them, and they go and put a PC on a desk, they walk away, they leave the user to it, and next week somebody else says, oh, we've got something else that we need to do. Oh, we'll go and put a PC on your desk. And I just wanted them to think outside of the box a little bit. And a lot of them already did things like Raspberry Pis and electronics as hobbies, but never once did they think about bringing that into the office. Even though an awful lot of the stuff was definitely transferable, they just couldn't get their heads around that this is something we wanted, basically because nobody had ever allowed them to do it before. So it was a case of hooking up that sort of technology, the Raspberry Pis and the 3D printer, at the time, which wasn't a great 3D printer, but the 3D printer that we got originally, and just trying to get them to think outside of the box and try to do things differently tomorrow than we did them today.
Yeah, like for cable management, everything around myself here in my small studio space, every time I need to fix something to something else, I 3D print a specific designed fixture for it. It's a good fusion exercise and good use case for 3D printing.
Absolutely. I mean, and we are, we're an engineering manufacturing company, so there is an awful lot of complementary capabilities around that, and also 3D printing is complementary to an awful lot of the stuff that we do. So again, throughout the business, we once we kind of made everybody aware that we had this capability, which we made sure that we knew what we were doing with it and we had capacity. Then we have done all sorts of production aids, and there was a job recently, and this is the kind of where the real value and the kind of sit up and notice thing comes from the business, is that it's a cover basically that goes on the end of a part that's then loaded into a jig. Now when that part is loaded into the jig, it can damage the part that it's being loaded into. So this is just a plastic cover that sits over the top of that and prevents the damage. And it can prevent, there has been cases where we have caused tens of thousands of pounds worth of damage in the past doing this. So it's a worthwhile thing. They got a quote at an outside bureau, and it was £8,000 to get this created. So I bought the material for just under £400, just PLA from Spannerhands, and used the Prusa machine that we already had, and printed the job off. I think there was 30 in total of these covers, and that's kind of them. They're used day in, day out in production. And if they need, if they damage one and need another one, they can just get another one printed. So for less than £1,000, even if you had to buy the machine to do it, which is what I said to him, I could literally buy you the machine and the material and do all this job, and it would be less than £2,000 rather than going out to the bureau. So it kind of it literally pays for itself in one hit with stuff like that. And it's in precision manufacturing, and then it is an awful lot of money that you're talking about if you actually cause damage to the product. So stuff like that, and even production aids where you've got to drill so many holes in a pattern, and on this particular job it's you don't drill these 2 holes that you normally drill, so you've got it's not a drill jig, but it's basically something that covers those 2 holes if you've loaded that particular type of job. And suddenly, rather than going in and just going daft and drilling the holes, you've again saved an awful lot of paperwork for concessions, etc., or even scrap, which would be very expensive.
Yeah, it's nice to see that the process of 3D printing is part of your product, so to speak. Yeah.
I mean, you would scare the life out of people if you told them that the parts were actually 3D printed, because it's aircraft we're talking about. But certainly, some of the production aids and even just things for moving the stuff around, and when you're testing particular loads out and builds, new machinery, we did a lot of work. We had a robotic cell that we did a lot of new effector pieces. So rather than running this, getting them created a lot of cost and a lot of time out of metal, and then ramming them into each other and finding out that you've caused £40,000 worth of damage to the robot. We did all these things in metal, and sure enough, they did have a crash. That if it had been metal, it would have caused that sort of damage. But because it was just again, I think it was just PLA, the thing just bounced off each other, and they went, oh, that wasn't going to work. We better do something different. So there's definite real applications, even over and above actually being used on a product.
Yeah, Ben is pointing out that the first offs are vital for engineering businesses. Yeah,
Marteinn, you were talking about cable management?
Yeah.
Take a look here. Can you see those little rings?
Yeah, I can.
This is a bigger cable channel. Just to do a cable management on this part right behind me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very handy and to print out those fixtures, and just like here I have a small item. This just normally holds up this headphone, and this small slot slides over the oven.
Yeah.
See it here. So it's just taps over here, and then I put the headphones on. So this is a very, very small and very simple and very easy to design and print, and all kind of stuff like that. I really enjoy putting something like this through the printer and getting a practical use.
I think it's difficult not to think about it once you actually get hooked, isn't it? It's difficult not to come up with solutions that are 3D printed. My wife is sick of hearing me saying, I could 3D print that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this here. This is a handle for dough, and it broke off. You know, it was in pieces like that. And then I just took the measurement, and you know, this is like silicone rubber thing there, and I just printed it, and I don't have to buy a new one. So it's yeah, I love practical printing. You just gave me an idea, because today I moved up my microscope up here, and I need a fixture to put on the microscope for the ring light. You just gave me an idea. Well, I will construct that tomorrow. I love practical printing.
Oh, there you go, Kat. Hey, it's always good to have a hangout like this. Everybody can get the one or other idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen here. This is a small shelf. I needed a shelf in my bedroom to put some stuff on, and instead of going out to IKEA and buy a shelf, I just created a model and printed it out, and it works quite well. It's just a simple shelf, and the wall, this faces the wall, and I put my things on top here. So it's also things like that.
You're saying small shelf. How did that just fit on the CR10, or could you use a Prusa for it?
Yeah, this one fits a Prusa.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so this one is like 200 by 200 approximately, the top area. So it just fits a Prusa.
Okay.
So I probably would have spent similar time driving to my IKEA store and get a small shelf, but why not just design it in the exact spacing and size I needed, and just print it out on the morning after it was ready on the printer, and I could just drill the holes in the wall and put it up.
There you go. And a wife should not complain.
No.
A wife should not complain. She should be happy that you can print stuff for her, and she can save money to go get a new pair of shoes or a new dress.
Yeah. I have to use that one.
Tell her I said that.
Yeah.
What would be my argument on my side?
Exactly.
Kat, you can tell your husband, hey, I've made this, I've made this, I've made this, I've made this. I need a new dress. I need a pair of new shoes. Now, what do you think about that?
I wouldn't buy those. I would buy something technical. That's my problem. I'm not a girly girl. Oh.
There you go. There you go.
He's always complaining because boxes keep on coming in. You know, the stuff that I order, small bits and pieces. So I'm.
Well, you just say you need a new box for your cat.
Oh, yeah, look here. She's
That's the good one.
She's here. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her now. Yeah, my cat loves boxes, and I get the maker boxes, and they're just a little bit too small for my cat. But he's always trying to fit himself into the box. Nevertheless, it's quite funny to see him go rounds and round inside the box trying to find correct position.
If you have a cat in your house and you're calling him and he will not come, just get a cardboard box and put it somewhere right in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
And wait 10 minutes. And then all you have to do is just look in that box again and you will find the cat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bounce out, guys. I'm being spam messaged to that I was gonna be somewhere 20 minutes ago. So
Yeah, okay. Thanks for joining in, and we will send you a TiVo.
Thanks, Vels.
Oh my God.
That's great to have you.
Send it to me. I promise not to get in any more trouble with it.
Oh God.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Mike.
Miles.
Yep. Bye.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! I've just checked myself on YouTube. My YouTube upstream is that bad. I have such a crappy quality. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to. Can you get a better connection, or is it just
Yeah.
price?
It's a price. It's a price thing. I would have to pay like €100 per month. I don't know what do you pay per month?
I have to calculate, but my place of work pays for my connection because I work from home a lot. But let me check. Look it up. I have one.
€9 a month for 50K connection.
I am paying inclusive television, so it's not a fair comparison, I guess. And it's a 400 Mbit by download, 40 Mbit upload line. It's €70. But that's inclusive television, so I think that's like €30.
Sounds not bad, does it?
I have to check mine, but here it's extremely expensive.
UK is not great just from a pure coverage point of view, I think. But I get, when I'm not kind of a long way away and through a couple of walls, I get 300 down and about 50 up for £60-ish a month, which includes the telephone.
Yeah, for my connection, I have a gigabit fiber, so it's gigabit up and down. And if I would have to pay for it myself, it would cost me €71 per month.
Wow, that's really cheap.
Yeah, for that speed, it's
yeah.
But I don't have to pay it because my work pays it for me. But it's really fast and
Then pay mine.
yeah.
Would that be available for you if you needed to pay it yourself, or is it really a work line?
Yeah, it's like a general public use line. So
nice.
I could get it if I wouldn't get it from work. I could just pay it myself. It's not a company issued.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's like here in Iceland we have quite some years ago the government made a promise or statement that every household in Iceland should have a fiber connection with at least 100 megs connection in the year 2020, I think. So
that explains it.
Yeah. So basically, most households in the towns and capital area already got a fiber connection, and now it's just a question of they are getting fibers to all the farms that are scattered across the land. So,
I'm living here in Utrecht, one of the 4 biggest cities for the Netherlands, and there's no fiber at all here. So it's just cable, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And I got fiber connection at the beginning of the year. They finally laid the cables down for fiber connection all around here. But ask my provider, what would I have to pay instead of having a 50K if I had a 100K connection? Instead of $39.95 in the first year, I would have to pay $59.95, and then after that 12 months, I would have to pay think it was $79.95 for a 100K connection. And no, that is too expensive.
Yeah, that sounds really expensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we don't even have fiber where I live here now. I think it will take some more years until I have it. And I don't know, I seem to have like 25 megabits down and up 2 megabits. And the highest I could go, if I would pay like 92, it would be 10 megabit down and 100 megabit down and 10 megabits up, which is, forget about it.
Well, I have what is it, 50 down and 20 up. So I have no problems with the Hangouts and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's always showing me that my stream is good.
Yeah. The only thing when I'm doing streaming from my channel, you can, when you set up the stream, you can set up the time delay, and if you set it for a very short delay, it requires a very low latency. So for me to publish a video live streaming on YouTube that is hosted in Europe or the States, the millisecond latency of the connection is too high for the highest quality streams. Even though I have the throughput, I don't, because of the speed of light and distance to Iceland, it limits me in terms of how clean, if I would do like a 4K stream. Bandwidth wise, it's not a problem, but latency wise, it's difficult.
Marteinn, you do not have to do a 4K live stream.
I don't think even YouTube supports that.
Yeah, it does. You can test it out. It was just not working quite well, but yeah.
Oh.
Tom from Tom's 3D, he has done a 4K live stream.
Okay, I think they changed it recently then. Because a few months ago they didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they made it to work, but it's an option at least now. So.
Yeah, okay. If you have a 4K camera and you're sitting close to the connection box,
yeah,
then you might be able to do a 4K.
Yeah, well, basically the camera I'm using here now is a 4K camera. It's downscaled to full HD, but yeah, it should be able to stream 4K.
Don't come to that idea now.
Well, I don't think OBS supports it.
Do it.
Which one are you using?
I am. It's a Panasonic GH4.
Yeah. I have a G7 here in front of me that I use for videos, but this camera here I'm streaming through it's a 1080p Logitech camera.
Yeah. I'm using a GH4 with and I think it's an Elgato HDMI to USB converter or something like that.
Yeah, this is the G7. I have to adjust the focus.
Yeah, I also have the small camera that's showing the printer now. That's just a normal webcam, so that's 180p. And I also have the basically this one. That's also 180p.
Yeah, I'd say Marteinn.
Yeah.
Switch back to the 920. It's better.
Yeah, I was adjusting the focus. Yeah, this is a normal one I use.
Yeah, that's a Logitech 920, right?
Yeah, 922, I think.
922. Yeah.
Yeah,
that one. The focus is a lot better.
Yeah, I was adjusting the focus. I think the focus is okay now. Yeah, it seems to.
It's the same for mine. That's a Logitech 920. They are really nice cameras.
Yeah, I have one here and one like a close-up camera that I can move to when I'm showing close-ups of models. I can move this around.
I also have a Logitech. I'm not quite sure if I have the 920 or 922.
Yeah, I think the 922 is a little bit more wide angle.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm getting jealous of all of you guys there. This one that I'm using is the Logitech 525.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine's 920 as well. Sorry.
I think it's a really common one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of these that you get on good deals every so
Yeah.
often on Amazon.
I think I paid 20 euros for mine.
Yeah, I paid about that price as well.
Yeah, for me to get a 920, it cost me in eBay 60, 70 euros used, not new. And in Amazon 80, 90 euros if I have a Prime.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be doing, no. I don't have 10 euros extra each month to pay for a Prime.
Yeah, that's a subscription. I think like for me, because they say overnight shipping on something like that for Amazon Prime, but here in Iceland, I wouldn't get that. so it makes no sense to pay a premium for better shipping when you.
Well, we don't officially have Amazon here in the Netherlands, so they do actually ship from Germany, but there's no official Amazon site or anything like that.
Yeah, not here.
Prime's worth it for me. I mean, we kind of live. I guess it's a little bit more rural than I was used to. I've always lived in a big city, but certainly we do an awful lot of online shopping, and it's worth it just for the free delivery alone. The best of the expedited delivery we don't get, so we're too far out. So my elder sons who live in Manchester, they can get like kind of, I think it's 2-hour delivery, something like that, on some items, which you couldn't get here in 2 hours from the local depot, I don't think. But but the things like the Amazon Music and the Amazon Prime Video, I do use. So overall, the package for me is definitely worthwhile.
Yeah. Do you get the video subscription with the Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the music.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like if you can skip Spotify or something like that.
Yeah. So I don't have that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
I've ordered pre-ordered the Echo Dot, the next generation. Not had one before, but my in-laws have got one, and it's just kind of all right. Go on, I'll do it, because I'd never really looked at Amazon Music, but it just seems to make sense now. So I've got a couple of Fire Sticks on the TVs in the house. I'm literally, I used to be all Apple around the house, and now I'm slowly being sucked into the Amazon mothership, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I bought a NVIDIA Shield to get Netflix and Hulu and all those subscriptions things, and I can use a VPN on the Shield to get the US-based Netflix.
Right.
Icelandic-based Netflix is like 10% of the whole content of the US one.
Yeah.
So, my TV didn't support the VPN client, so I bought an NVIDIA Shield just to run the VPN, and then my wife is always watching some episode on Netflix and Hulu. And my son also has cartoons on Hulu on his tablet.
Sure. My kids have been watching cartoons on the Prime Video the last couple of days, but normally they just, because the TV service is pretty good, and the TV service has got click on the button for YouTube, so it tends to cover most of what they want anyway.
Yeah, my sons watch a lot of YouTube just on the TV.
Yeah. The only time I watch TV is either in the morning, and that's then the CBN for American news or international news, and then
yeah, you're always streaming, so you don't have time for TV.
After that, you can only catch me in YouTube.
Yeah, it's like every day, all day streams.
Yeah, well, I had to take over the live stream today for Mike.
Yeah,
because tomorrow is my day when I do the live stream.
Yeah.
So I think nobody beats you when it comes to length of live streams, Don, huh?
Well, thank God for that, because I'm finally over the 2,500 hour mark now.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that means only 1,500 to go, and then I can apply for monetization.
Yeah. And then you get millions.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm closing up to the 1,000 subscribers, but I have still a lot of hours to go for the channel to be monetized. In my case,
Yeah.
I need a viral video.
Well, I need 440 subscribers and over 3,000 views, hours of view. So
I'm nowhere near any of that.
Okay, then it seems like I'm the powerhouse now.
Yeah.
Because I have over 3,700 subscribers, and yeah, don't ask me why I have so many and my view time is still so low.
That's really low.
Yeah,
With that many subscribers, you would expect a lot more view time.
Yeah, so it's opposite from me, huh? With the 20,000 views on the video and so little of subscribers.
Views. I have a lot of views.
You have much more views, Scott.
Yeah, it's a watch hours that count. But I'm getting closer now. I have 977 subscribers and 3,892 watch hours. So I need to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I'm getting closer.
Yeah, no, but if I take a look at my channel, for example, my subscribers started existing this year.
Yeah.
My view time started existing this year. I mean, the channel. I started my channel back in last July. So my channel is just over a year old. Yeah, but back then, you know, I only had something like 500, 600, 700 subscribers, and maybe just about the same amount of hours. My subscribers, they started jumping up this year. First off, when I got the Hönow D9 up front before anybody else. And then, of course, with the live streams and everything. And then I noticed a week long that YouTube was putting the one or other video from me as a recommendation of.
Yeah, that can give you, if you get a recommendation after a big hit video and you're up next in the corner, you can get a very good boost.
I did get a good boost. That was within a week. I think that was over 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, well, yeah, my growth has been quite stable in number of subscribers. I'm getting like 25 to 35 people each month at a really constant rate. So it's like it's growth in the right direction, and there's no like big jumps in the subscriber. It's just going steadily.
Yeah.
So
you're all making me feel really guilty about the fact that I have done absolutely nothing on my channel recently.
Oh, I have done the same. I really didn't feel making videos. It's also for today. Basically my whole living room was cleaned up and no video gear here was at all. So I think 20 minutes before the stream I needed to set up everything, and it was nothing.
That's why I was late, because I was doing exactly that. I came downstairs at about I think 10 past the start, and then rushed around for 20 minutes trying to actually set things up.
Yeah,
find where I'd left them.
Yeah, it's somewhat addictive. How do you say it? You get addicted to it, and you put up, like I have the MakerBox Mondays videos, and they are on each Monday every week. So I get the box, and there are 4 samples in the box, and I print everything out and record 4 videos in one day, and put those videos out, and then I do project videos and filament reviews, and I was looking at my videos, and I've done 209 videos in in just over a year on my channel.
For me, my goal this year at the beginning was to make a video every week. I started pretty good till around September or something like that, and after that, I just didn't have the mood really to make much videos. I did a few, but not that's great.
I think the last one that I actually recorded a video of about 3 weeks ago now, and recorded a load of footage for it, played it all back, did not like one single frame. So I just decided, you know, I need to do that again. I need to start again. And the idea for the video, I still like, I still want to do, but I just did not like it at all.
Yeah, the last video I made that, I just like to make it. It cost me a lot of time. It is about the Ultra Benchy project by Burkholder.
Oh, so you made a video about it? That's great.
Yeah, I made it,
cool.
and that I think it took me like 60 or 17 hours editing and shooting, and that was just a really nice thing to do. Also because it was a great result. But it was basically the only video for like last 4 months or something like that.
Yeah, I've printed about 16 parts, and I just wrote him a mail that I didn't have so much time recently. I also wanted to make a video, but now as you have made one, I won't. And now next week I have holidays. I'm gonna print lots of more parts.
I actually delivered my parts last week to him. He's living 45 minutes from here.
Oh, okay.
So I drove to him and to deliver my parts.
A full box here already, and I want to print much more. I think I have to. I think it's going to be a bigger box once I'm finished. But recently I didn't have any time, but I want to catch up now. I think.
What's that be there, Kat?
The what?
What's that going to be when it's finished?
It's going to be an ultra big benchy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Community, community print. So there are some pegs and holes, and then you have to put a number on the piece. Yeah, of course. I also have some misprints. So this was part 60 here, for instance, but I have to redo it. Yeah, so lots of pieces. I always love these community-based things.
I posted the link in the chat. I'm not sure I'm allowed to, but it's a project by Burkholder. And basically you print a part of it.
It's a Paco.
Paula, you got to say hi in the chat so that I can go to your channel, because I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to your channel.
I am pretty printing stuff. I just posted the link from Ultra Benchy.
I made it visible. It was a hidden.
There we go.
So it's a 1100% Benchy, basically.
Yeah, there's a bit of a time delay with the chat here, I think.
Yeah, it was a hidden message, but I had to manually show it up.
Yeah, probably because it's a link.
Yeah.
Paul, you have 460 subscribers now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, it was like I took part in the Friday Hangout big logo that we did at Earth. That was great fun. I printed a part and injected a landscape model that I painted into the part. That was good fun to take part on.
That video.
And then on the event, I was helping Matt to put it together and glue every part in a good position so it would make up the big logo. That was good fun.
Yeah, cool. I like that. I love the ideas of them.
I'm sure some people are going to have great fun putting that Benchy together.
I've got a sticker of Joe's mural.
I think it's 386 parts or something like that. Around.
Yeah, I saw the box already. It's a really big box, and then you have all those parts from you. That's going to be really much.
Yeah, I'm looking at the page. Yeah, that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good fun. Matt had asked everyone to write on the back of the prints the coordinates for the part, but it was like maybe 35 or 40 parts that didn't have a number on it, so we had to figure out where to place them, and it was quite a task to make everything fit together, to make the logo work. But we didn't. He didn't model in any pegs or anything like that to make it fit in just one way. It was.
Yeah, here are parts fitted together, so it's really easy to put it together. Hopefully.
Come on.
Yeah.
Michael, just put www dot in front of it, and it'll work. I tried to type that out, but for some reason, Nightbot doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked for me. The link.
Yeah, it's not a real link. It's you just need to copy the full part or put www in front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try that one.
Okay. Now
I
it
just
works.
went in and put www dot and then pasted that in, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah.
Or like that. There, Marteinn can do it. He has the wrench.
Yeah, I have the wrench.
Yeah, no, it's working.
I'm missing the wrench.
Let me see if I can. No, I don't have the control over it. So.
Who is responsible for this?
Yeah, Matt. He's a master admin.
Who?
Matt.
Matt. Where is he?
In the US.
Yeah, he's in the US.
Yeah, why is he not here today?
He was.
He was earlier, but he's probably at work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Just no.
Well, thank God.
Go and pay the bills.
Yeah, yeah. We normally get a quite good number of people in the States watching in on the streams in the European time zone.
Yeah.
People they have difficulty to join, but we got Richard the other day. He's from Canada, and he was able to join.
There we have Paco from. He just joined the chat for
cool. Cool. Hi, Paco. We're just talking about the pieces here.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Nerd Space.
Yeah, yes. he's on here now. So I will show the box again as a proof to him that I've printed out the stuff.
Yeah, is he organizing the project?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He has a kind of makerspace, where they're going to put it together, he and his friend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's about the space. Yeah, I'm looking at the web page. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we have a fab lab here in my area, just close to my home, and I went there a few times before I bought my own printer, and after being there for maybe 3 times, I just had to buy my own printer. I got the Prusa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How many pieces do you have there, Kat, for the benzene?
At the moment, it's around 16, but I think I will print up to 30.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, because next week I have holidays, so I can push it. Maybe even some multicolor ones. Who knows? With a palette.
Yeah, I printed a few multicolor ones. That was really nice looking.
Yeah, he already said, "Holy crap, that's a lot."
Yeah.
But for anyone, there are still parts available. So if anyone wants to print more, it's still available within the spreadsheet.
Yeah, but don't mess it up. Please be aware that the number on the spreadsheet is not matching up with the part. It's one afterwards. I made a mistake in the very beginning. So please take a look what you're writing in there.
Uh-oh. Yeah, sorry, I don't have time to do something like that. The first would probably cost me more than what I could pay. I already have one package that I'm going to have to send back to BuildTech so that they can send me the right one.
Well, I'm sure BuildTech will refund you for that.
I hope so. No, but yeah, they sent me the 300 by 300 flexible build plate system, and that's too small for my Hönow D9.
What? How big is that?
The 300 by 300 size has a 325 by 325.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You have a printer that I would love to have, because my CraftPart doesn't print right, and the Chinese printer yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have a proper printer at the moment.
Yeah, and after taking a look at the BuildTech page and after a couple of emails and everything, they told me, okay, Don, no problem. Send us that one back, unused, of course. And we'll send you then the, 330 by 340.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I have enough room on the left and on the right-hand side for those 5 millimeters. That's no problem. Yeah, and 340. Well, I can.
But BuildTech is a kind of sticker, isn't it?
The BuildTech system. Oh, 1 second. I can show you.
Or is it the one with the magnets?
Yeah, it has a magnet. You put you put the plate with the magnet and the sticker on the print surface that you normally would use, and then you have the removable plate that you can take off. So
Yeah.
it's a two-part system.
They do say that the actual sticker comes off quite easily. I haven't had cause to try it yet. We've got the flex plate on the Flash Forge Creator Pro, but that's dead at the moment, so I've not really been using it. But yeah, when I was, it really did.
Yeah, Kat, what you can see here, this is the side with all the magnets on it, and this is the front side, and this does have a sticky back. You have to pull the covering off, and this here, this is your BuildTech, and it has a metal flex plate. Just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Did you hear that snap?
Yeah,
that was just me putting it, just lowering it down. This system, you got to be so careful with it, because if you have your finger in between when you're letting this thing down, it's going to snap on your finger.
It are some really strong magnets.
Yeah, the magnets, they're neodyme magnets, and they are strong.
Yeah, the same on the Prusa, that you do not want to get your finger caught in there at all.
Yeah, they snap quite fast together.
Yeah, they do have on the front corners a cutout, so that when you put the magnetic plate on it, you have 2 areas where you can grab it on front to lift it up.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this one's a 300 by 300, and if I try to put it on my bed, the problem is everything is in the middle, or however, and I don't have that area that I can grab on, because that's supposed to be hanging outside on the front.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's too small for the D9.
It is too small for the D9, yes. And I had email contact with the manager there. Yeah, they sent me this for review, and I can't review it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I sent him an email back telling him what my problem was, and he said, "Well, Don, that's no problem. Send that one back to us, and we'll send you the next bigger size. The next bigger size is 320 by a 330 by 340. And then he asked me, will that fit on your on the D9? I looked at it. I wrote back within 5 seconds, yes, it will fit.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's 325 in the width, and they're talking about 330. And I think I've got 2 centimeters on each side. So those 5 millimeters, they're going to fit on the left and on the right, you know?
Yeah.
And,
Are you happy? Are we happy with the printer?
Not yet.
Mm.
Not yet. Because I have to do this complex first update and then the second update. And when I got that second update on it, then it's going to turn into a mesh bed leveling system.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Because the bed leveling system on it right now, you can do a bed level. It does a 16-point bed leveling. You only have 3 rows with 4 points on it. So you're asking yourself, yeah, where's the 4th row?
Mm.
Yeah. And then the ABL sensor, when it goes to the right side, it goes outside of the build surface.
Hmm.
And it's supposed to stay inside the build surface. And that's a few programming failures that they did and corrected with the first or the second update. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the printer that you have to update. You have to update 2 components.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first update, you have to put some of the update parts onto the SD card, stick it in on the side, and then it'll do the display update. And then you have to reformat the SD card, small one. Then you put the rest of the files on it. Then you have to turn this thing on its side, open up the bottom, and put the card directly on the main board in there.
Yeah, it's SmoothieWare. It's SmoothieWare. This is where you have to do it like that.
Yeah, but it has
SmoothieWare.
Marlin on it.
Yeah, I know. I have the same system on my BQ Magician, and I know that the board, it's SmoothieWare component.
Yeah,
but it runs Marlin. Yeah.
But what's strange, I think the first update does also a change in the update functions, because when you have that done and it's working, you can close it back up and everything. And then the second update, you put that on the SD card. Then you use your adapter for it. And then you stick it in the side, because the printer on the side, it has the normal size SD card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just put it in the printer, turn it on, go to print, then you choose that file, and then it'll do a complete new update on it. Yeah.
So I think then it's a new firmware on the whole system, on the SmoothieWare system. It enables further upgrades only by putting in 1 SD card, not 2 anymore. Oh, that's good.
But the good thing about it is, I'm forced to open it up. And
yeah, it's always good to look inside, huh?
Not only that, Kat, but I have a whole bag of fans in here. And I do have 2 brand new 24-volt fans. One of them is already going to be mounted onto the bottom plate, responsible for cooling the inside of it. And then I'm going to turn it on. If it's still loud, I'm going to take it apart again, take that power supply out, and put the next fan inside the power supply. Because it's quiet right now, right? I'm not sure if the microphone will pick it up, but if I turn that beast on, can you hear that?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not so loud.
Yeah, it's not so loud through the microphone, but it comes through loud enough. And I can sit here and I have to turn the volume up on the TV if I want to hear everything clear. That's
Yeah.
how. And that's the fan. That's the fans that are inside. No, it's nice and quiet.
Yeah, I could hear a difference, but it didn't pick up very loud. But definitely we could pick it up.
Yeah.
So you guys, I think I'm going to leave now. I'm quite tired. And
It's
I was
only
just going to say the exact same thing, Kat.
yeah, because here it's 1 hour later than maybe you have. It's 11:30, and yeah, tomorrow I want to get up early to finish my video because it was already postponed for about 2 weeks now, and I want to get it out because it's taken me so much nerves already and so much time, and I want to get it on. Up.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, see you around, and thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
Katja.
Bye, Kat.
Bye.
Bye, Kat.
Call it quits as well. It sounds like in a gale and pouring. But yeah, it's a bit cold for me now. I'm poorly sick.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Did you forget to turn the heating system on?
The hoodie that I'm wearing. But fortunately, the house will be nice and warm, so I'll head back over there and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for joining in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks again, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we've been going on for 2.5 hours, so it's been a good stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can round that up to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we can. It's nearly.
I can't understand why someone would go and, if they have a nice shed and everything, make everything nice inside, put the desk, put your shelving system in there, put your printers in there, put your makerspace in there, and forget to put a heating system in there.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you have all printers running, that might give out enough heat,
Well, probably not. Because they don't want to start up.
Yeah, that's true too, Paul. That's true too. But one thing I do notice in my living room, I do have a big radiator over there underneath the window. It's about 3.5 meters wide. That's over there. But I have my D9 sitting right here. And when that bed is at 55 and it's been running a couple of hours, I'm sitting here. I have to go over there and turn that heating system from 4 down to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same problem. The printers are on one side of the room, and the thermostat is the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So if I'm sitting here and working, then it's way too warm over here, and at the other side it's way too cold.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Paul.
Yeah. and this is my living room, not just a makerspace or something like that.
Hey, it's the same here. It's the same with me. This is the only room that I had that was big enough where I could say, okay, half of it is the living room and the other half is my makerspace.
Yeah, same here. A bit less of help, but
Yeah, I think I have like maybe 1/3 of my living room dedicated to my square.
Yeah.
I should measure it out. It's like
Marteinn is isolated in the corner.
Yeah, it's like 2 meters wide and maybe 3 meters from the wall to the camera. So it's 2 by 3 meters.
yeah, I think mine is 3 meters wide and 3 meters deep, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, a little
But
bit.
yeah, it depends. I'm also, this is partly my, I'm working here at day, so I'm sitting there as well for work.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I found out that I'm sitting here from morning until night.
Yeah.
Only on days when I'm not feeling too good, will I lay down on the couch and watch a little bit of TV, you know. But most of the time, I'm sitting here all, you know, day in, day out, and I can see that on my chair.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this coming year I'm going to have to get me a new chair.
Yeah, I at this chair I'm sitting on in my computer room where when I work from home, I'm there where I have my main workstation, and I moved that better chair to this area because now I'm sitting a lot in front of this computer, and my wife is maybe sitting in the sofa watching TV, and I can be working on my 3D printing, and she's watching TV, and we still can communicate in the same room.
Yeah.
So it's a
what you need, Marteinn, is a good gaming chair.
No, my son has a gaming chair, and I don't like it. This chair I have is like a expensive office chair. I have this exact same chair at work, and I've been using this type of chair, the exact same model for this chair has been working for me for 11 years without any issues, and they are very, very good. And the only issue is as you can see in the back, my cat has done some damage on the backside, but other than that, it's very solid.
Yeah, I'm normally sitting over there at the iMac, and that's basically where I work most of the time when I'm at home. And otherwise, I work from the office. And for this kind of things, I just sit here, and it's basically the dinner table. So if I need to eat dinner, then I need to move everything around and things like that.
Yeah, Katja is saying about the summers. My summers are not very hot here in Iceland. Normally, I just have the door open. That's on to the balcony just over there. And if it's like 10 or 15 degrees Celsius outside, I can have the door open and the printers back here printing away. And that's quite comfortable to to have a chilled air coming from outside.
Oh yeah, well, if I have my window in the living room open, and it rings on the doorbell, and I have something printing here, I have to be careful, because if it rings and I open up my apartment door, because there's a window open in the staircase, going down, there's a window open, and it could be that there will be some cold air shooting through this room, and once in a while, when that happens, I have to come back as fast as I can and check my print just to make sure that there's nothing happened to the print.
Yeah, I understand. If you get a cold air on the printers.
Yeah. Hey, BF3D, hello.
Yeah, I have like one printer here in the enclosure, so if I'm printing anything that needs a stable environment, I can print it in the enclosure. So,
yeah, none of mine are really in an enclosure. I if really needed, I can put the Prusa in an enclosure, but in general, I don't need it because it's warm enough for here. And I don't print with ABS, so that's also a thing.
Yeah. And I tried that one time to print with ABS.
I actually can print on my Ultimaker 3. I can print with ABS. I have a front for it, and that helps a lot. So I can print not that tall objects. I can print fine with ABS.
Yeah, I printed some ABS, but some because I got the MakerBox subscription. I get all kind of materials in that. So some need a heated bed and a heated enclosure, and I can easily get this up to 40°C.
Yeah.
On a stable temperature with 40°C, and I have fans in the back, so I can control the speed of the fan. So if I need good ventilation for some materials. I can turn on the fans, and if I need extra heat, I turn down the fans and close the door. So
did you move the electronics outside of the box?
yeah, they are still outside, but I have the air inlet for the fan. They blow air to both the power supply and to the electronics of the printer. So I have the air focusing on those parts. So I never turn it completely off. So I get some cooling.
Otherwise, it's getting way too warm for the electronics.
Yeah. But I'm not printing like anything that would require the enclosure to get over 40 C. But I try to make that a maximum.
Oh yeah. No, but you know, I got that question over Twitter. Hey Don. At Salix. Yeah, that's what she wrote. But I knew she was talking about Malix, you know. Asked me, what's the favorite model there that you would like to have? And I sent her the link back. I think about 10 minutes later, I got an email with a download link. I mean, okay. I was speechless.
Yeah. I was just responding to a message, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, Sergio, you know, he's a good friend of mine in Facebook. Yeah. And I told him, hey, go to my channel, go to my Facebook group and make some postings there too, because I have over, I don't know, 300, 400 people in there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm good. In my group, it has to do only with Delta printers. Yeah. But,
okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, one day, you know, I told him, oh, that one collage with Rocket and Groot, the diorama, you know, where Rocket is sitting there with his hands like this, and Groot is sitting in front of that, or standing, the baby Groot is standing in front of that bomb and wants to push a button.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me the STL files for that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that's
that was absolutely cool.
Yeah,
but I still haven't gotten to print that one yet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I see he even has a spaceship model on one of the first pages. Damn. Oh, I don't know. Maybe in January. Maybe in January. I'll spend a little bit of money.
Yeah, there are so many cosplay or movie related items.
Yeah.
A lot of really talented people are doing the models and selling for maybe a few bucks. And if you're like a fan of some franchise or something, you can get a lot of stuff for that.
Yeah.
Like my stepson, he really likes movie props and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give this to him for Christmas.
Yeah.
It was coming out really nice.
Yeah, I'm afraid there's nothing that I could print out for the couple of friends that I have here, except for one. But yeah, the problem is Alice in Wonderland. You know, for that girl, I made that Cheshire cat.
Yeah. Okay.
Last year. Yeah. And oh no, wait a minute, that was beginning of this year when I made that. Yeah. And you know, finding other models from Alice in Wonderland, that's not that easy.
No. Yeah. It's more common with like action figures and action movies.
Yeah. but I told her to take a look at this page, you know, from Alex Design. I told her take a look through the models there, and if you happen to see a model that you like, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten an answer yet from her. She probably is seeing not only the model that she likes, but she's seeing how much then the STL files is going to cost, you know.
Yeah, but normally the prices, at least when I've seen some STL files for sale, it's reasonable. Like
Yeah.
if you compare to if you go to like a game hobby store, I want to buy a collectible item,
Yeah.
and compare prices for that versus a STL file and the material cost to 3D print it. It's not normally a very high cost, maybe $5 to $10 or something for a model. And I think at least if you're a fan of the franchise and paying $10 for a model, it's not so not so difficult, I think.
I mean, he has models in there. Yeah. You pay for the STL files.
Yeah.
Up to 50, 60 euros, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
For the STL files, but you have to think, Sergio, he designs that. He models that completely. Yeah. From some type of movie or game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will make that figure. He'll make that diorama and everything himself.
Yeah, it's a lot of work behind a model.
He told me hundreds of hours for one figure. One figure. I mean, he is really good at it. Yeah, there's no question about it.
Yeah, still, if he's gonna calculate the hourly pay for his work, he has to charge for it.
And he's married and has a family, and he has to support his family too, you know. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's doing this also professionally in some company, but I mean, the stuff that he does, wow.
Yeah, where are you at, Kathleen? Talking about the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Like for me here in Iceland, the exchange rate for the Icelandic krona is always going up and down, and like today it's 20% weaker than half a year ago. So everything is more expensive now than it was last spring.
To be honest, I don't mind paying for something if it's good quality and to support a creator, especially to support a creator. He spent time to make something, so I think it's worth some of my money to give to him for his time.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable if you really want to, because if 3D printing wasn't the option, then you would be okay to go to a store like a game store and buy a prop for 50 pounds or whatever, and you would feel that would be reasonable.
And of course, it needs to be reasonable. It needs not a lot of money, but it's a few euros or something like that. I don't mind paying at all.
Yeah. Paul, that Malix 3 design. Yeah. That's a .com. I don't know if you know that page.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. It's .com. But when you take a look at the models that he's designed and everything.
Oh, wow. They really look nice.
That is a wow factor.
Yeah. For things like that, I would like to pay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But somebody, I don't know who that was, allowed him to buy a resin printer. And that person needs a clap on the fingers and a kick in the rear end. Because now, the figures that he's designing and everything, he is designing, finer details to it, finer parts.
Yeah.
Like a figure with glasses. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The glasses, you can't print those with an FDM. You need a resin printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like for example, my Star Citizen Hornet that I got from Game Body before it was deleted from Game Body. Yeah. Thank God. I have a good friend over there in the UK, Turncam, TK, Mark is his normal name. TK told me, Don, send me those a few STL files where you have problems with, and I'll print those in resin for you and send them back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and thank God he did that. I'm not sure. Have you seen that, Marteinn?
No, I don't think so.
1 second, please. 1 second. Let me get that model. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll see right away because I haven't done the primer painting on it yet. You'll see right away what is resin printed.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. 1 second. 1 second. Let me go into OBS. Into OBS and scene number 3. And come on, transition. Okay, thank you. Here you go. You
Yeah. Yeah.
see which parts are resin printed.
Yeah.
Thank God he did that because I mean you have really thin tubes right here, really thin parts right here. That would have been impossible with an FDM printer. But yeah, and then the two laser cannons here on top, you can't see them, but they have really thin fins right here on the edge, and then they have really thin pipes on the sides. And the pipes on the sides, they're like 1 millimeter thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a model with the X-wing, this one, and the guns here, they were like to this location, and they had so thin model that on my FDM printer it wouldn't. It was just too small for it. So at this scale, I couldn't print them out. So I just took them off and have it like this. But it was...
Marteinn, you know what you should have done?
Yeah, you have it.
You know what you should have done? You should have printed it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I see that now. Maybe I should. It's not the same model though. You have more detail in the top part than I do.
Yeah. What I need to do now is at one time or another, I think it might be in summer or something like that, or maybe I'll find some in eBay, is like a 2 millimeter clear plexi, you know?
Yeah.
In sheet form, let's say DNOF 4 or something like that, you know, where I can go and mark out, so that I can put some clear plexiglass and glue it into the cockpit, you know, so that this is closed up. Yeah, but this one here is 65 centimeters long and 48 centimeters wingspan.
Yeah, okay. Is that model on Thingiverse or?
The newer model is now on Thingiverse. I think it is. But Marteinn, if you have interest on this, I have your email address.
Yeah. Yes.
All I have to do is go into my Google Drive.
Yeah.
Make a link, and then make a download link, and then send you a download link per email.
Yeah, please do. I would be interested in doing it.
One thing. I think I'm not sure if the instructions are still there.
Yeah.
I think I deleted them because I was really peed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading the print instructions, and he was saying, okay, the wing parts, you got to print them with 100%. This you got to print with 100%. This with 100%, and other parts, you know, for motors and stuff like that, you know, you should, or here, 100%, you know. And I was reading 100% here, 100% there, and I thought, okay, you have to print everything with 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not print this, and this back part. That's a left and right. That's a left and right. That's a left and right. Do not print them with 100%.
No.
Use 15 or use 20%. Yeah, but do not use 100%. No. Otherwise, you're going to be running out of filament and wondering where is all the filament.
Yeah.
There's 4.5 kilos of filament here, and my arm is getting tired. 1 second. Let me put this back on.
Yeah, 4.5 kilos. Wow, that's quite a lot for one print.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And this Star Citizen Hornet, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson with the Star Citizen Hornet.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing only weighs maybe about 2 kilos.
Yeah.
Well, still 2 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite big, though.
Yes, it is big. This thing has a wingspan, just like the X-wing, and it is. I think, what did I measure? I think it was 55 centimeters long or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, but the Hornet, I don't know. I might have to do it here in the living room, lay out some newspapers and stuff like that, because down in the basement it's way too cold. I have 2 cans of primer for it, you know, so 150 milliliter hobby, you know, for hobby.
Yeah.
It's Crick RC colors, planes and boats, you know. So extra for plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this type. Yeah. And I mean, these things, they were expensive. 7 euros for one so small can. But yeah, I got that. That's extra, no, for the Hornet. And I mean, if I'm lucky enough and only need 1 can for this, I have at least 1 can where I can use for the Battlestar Galactica. Don't ask me how long that thing's going to be.
You're still printing that one.
I'm still printing it.
Yeah.
The nose is 25 centimeters tall, 22 centimeters wide, and about 8 centimeters thick or something like that. And it's going to take 58 hours to print that. And that's with 10% infill.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll take, and it needs with 10% infill, it needs 938 grams of filament.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Almost a kilo just for the nose.
Yeah.
And I mean, every part that I printed for that one is with something like 10%. And one part I printed, that was the very first part, because there was so much structure on top, on the sides, and only one flat area where you could start off with. And because of that, I printed that with 17% infill. Yeah. But yeah, that thing is going to be somewhere almost 1 meter long.
Yeah, that's big.
that thing is going to be big. That thing is going to be big.
Yeah, I like for this one, I printed this one with the new gyro infill in slicer, and this one is really lightweight. It's only like 5% infill.
Oh wow!
So it's almost just air inside.
But how much filament is in total?
I think looking at the roll, it's maybe
1/3 a kilo.
Yeah, probably half a kilo or just over a half a kilo.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's not that bad, actually.
No,
No,
not for a big.
For that big, that's...
Yeah. I could put it on a scale just a sec. I figured I could just put it on a scale to get an accurate number.
yeah, but with 5% infill.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's 450 grams.
450 grams.
Yeah.
Okay, that means a little bit less than 1 kilo.
I do have this one, and this is, if I remember correctly, 400 grams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the gyro infill is really neat because it's very strong, even though it's if you have a low percentage of infill, it's.
Which program did you slice that?
Slick 3R Prusa edition.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's where I said I have to check that out.
Yeah, the gyro infill. I'm starting to use that for most of my prints.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week or the week before, something like that.
Yeah.
I still need to try it out, but it looks really nice from what I've seen.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and if you have a filament where you can see through.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Medic Vince is here. Hey, Vince, how you doing?
Now I'm wondering if I actually have transparent filament.
Huh? What was that again?
I'm wondering now if I have transparent filament in stock.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I have any prints that I can show it.
I don't have anything at all in transparent at this time. I do have 2 rolls of transparent PLA here, but I haven't had anything to where I could say, okay, this deserves being printed with a transparent PLA.
Yeah, normally with this is a print with a nylon, and it's just somewhat transparent.
Yeah, I use some transparent PETG for the RC Benchy for the lights itself. So there are lights behind it, LEDs, and it shines between that. So that's really useful for that.
Yeah,
but that's just transparent, uncolored PETG.
Yeah, I have clear PETG here on my Prusa. I could do some testing with it. could be nice.
But yeah, in general, I don't really like the transparent stuff, especially because you actually have the infill. That's in general, it's not really a nice addition to the model. Yeah,
like it can be quite funny looking, like this model.
Oh yeah, for some models it looks really nice, but for most of them it doesn't.
Yeah, it's a Filamentum Iceland blue filament. It looks really cool to have the lines in it.
Filamentum is making such nice filaments.
Yeah, it's really happy. When I print my landscape, I just want to have a good consistent filament and always use Filamentum for it. And just bought 8 kilos of some color that they were stopped selling some colors, and they had a 50% discount.
Oh yeah, I bought a few of them as well. I think the purple and a few others. It was a month or so ago, I think.
Yeah, I got mine. That is here. It's.
I think I got that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought 8 of those.
Oh wow!
Just mainly just to do my landscapes on, because for my landscape I don't care about the color.
You paint them anyway. Yeah.
But I want to have a good filament though to get a smooth print.
If you don't have a good filament, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. So I just bought a whole bunch of it.
Marteinn, I don't know how fast my server is, and I don't know how fast your server is, Abba, but you should be getting an email pretty quick.
Yeah, okay.
That's going to be with the download link from my
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, okay.
What I also have is the Star Citizen Hornet, where you can get from nowhere else except for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Star Wars stuff. I haven't printed much of like movie props and such, but like my stepson, he's collecting all kind of figures from games and cartoons and stuff, and he's sometimes come to me, can you print this and this model for him, and
I mean,
very often printing some models, but he gets most of them, like this one that's going to him, and and then I printed just a small one for myself.
So that you at least have one model for your display. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can have it here on the display portal.
So I think I'm going to get some sleep because it was really early this morning and I need to work.
Any model that you might be looking for, Paul, just let me know.
I don't know anything at this moment. I'm not really a Star Trek and that kind of things. Star Trek, Star Wars, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good stream. I think we'll
absolutely
as well. So
it was great to be back again, and like I said, I haven't been in the mood really to make videos.
Yeah,
but this was great.
If anybody's thinking about me for Christmas, PLA white 1.75 millimeters.
Yeah.
Not 500 gram, not 750 gram. 1 kilo rolls.
Oh, you have specific things. It's
No, I have to say 1 kilo because the parts that I have to print, and on this 1HAL D9, it is impossible to do a filament change.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to have a big enough spool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think. So we have been going on for 3 hours, and it's been a good stream. So I think I'll just end the broadcast and thank you guys for joining in, and for those are still with us in the chat. It's been a good stream, I think. So if you say your goodbyes, and I'll end the stream.
Okay. Yeah, thank you everybody, and greetings to my 3D printing family, and hope you guys have a nice weekend. Don't forget, I will be live tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe to everybody here.
Yeah, thank you everybody, and thank you Marteinn for the great model for this. It are now 4 of them and not just 1.
Yeah, you have 4. Yeah, awesome.
And thank you everyone for joining. And like Don said, please subscribe to everyone.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Take care, Matt.
Thank you all. You'll find our links in the video description for the stream. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.